So this hotel is basically a five-star hotel, especially in a town as small as Berestagi. And it's called International, Sibayak, named after the mountain nearby, International Hotel. And I like that name because it implies that you're getting a certain higher quality, accommodation than, say, something like a homestay. But when I booked it, I just booked it because it was a good deal. It was about $34, less than $34 a night. And I want to show you this place because I want to show you how deficient the media, mainstream media, is when it comes to reporting on the devastation of COVID-19 restrictions on the tourism industry. In a normally functioning market, a place like this is all inside the grounds. It's all private property. And they have decorations as well for Chinese New Year, for Ramadan. They've covered all the bases. The flowers here, the landscaping here is just unbelievable. I wish I could sort of show you, but if you, it's a garden. They have a massive garden as well. And so, my room is fine. It's the rooms haven't been renovated, but I like that. I like looking at what the top technology was 30 years ago. When they, instead of renovating, they put these little pieces of art up there, and I prefer something a bit more basic. Look at the flowers here. That's just a very typical flower here. This one behind me looks like a big bonsai tree. I'll show you just how big this place is. And by the way, it's not only, I don't usually choose hotels based on comfort, or a swimming pool is massive. I think it looks like an Olympic-sized swimming pool. There's a tennis court. That's how you know you're in a place that's posh, where there's a tennis court on the premises. Then you're in posh land at that point. But again, I picked it because of the location. The weather is not good, but if it wasn't so cloudy, you would be in a position where you would be able to look at the sunset in a pretty spectacular viewpoint just by walking around. And hopefully I'll get a chance to see it as well tonight or in a few hours. But take a look at this. I mean, the rooms are a nice size. I mean, I think maybe I'll walk back to where I am, but I'm actually a bit lost, and I haven't had a chance to walk the whole property yet. And so I'm just exploring it with you. And again, the reason I'm doing this video is because, man, these look like little houses. They could probably just rent. It's a townhouse. You could just rent these places out permanently. I mean, look at this construction on these things. It's all the way behind me. Again, I just picked it because it's close to the mountain. There's two of them, volcanoes, and they're right, in front of me. But if the skies would clear up, and every time I walk around this place, like I said, you've got all these different flowers. I mean, talk about an ideal staycation. I just can't believe I got this good of a deal. This is just unbelievable. I'm going to talk to him about how much it would cost just to buy one of these things. I mean, of course, well, that's a futile gesture, right? In Indonesia, foreigners cannot buy property directly. That's what keeps the housing costs down. They have FDI for foreign direct investment for extraction of natural resources, but they want to make sure that everyone's got a chance to, be in a home, and that's how they've done it. They've kept the prices low. So if you were to build something like this outside of a hotel context, it might be anywhere from $30,000 to $65,000, that low. But of course, relatively high by local standards, because you don't have a mortgage market, you don't have all these incentives like a mortgage tax deduction. That's really what makes that's what's made the middle class, because the middle class has almost all of its wealth in the West, or at least in America, in housing. I don't even know what kind of flowers these are. Look at this. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm only staying 2 nights, I mean, I just came from a place that's $14 a night. And I'm just in awe of just the fact that I get to stay here for a couple of nights. I probably won't get to see the whole thing. but I'll try. And again, this is what COVID has done, because it's interrupted a steady flow of tourists to the same spots. And so much of humanity is really driven by momentum. I suppose a positive momentum, which is where we get our fetish for positivity. But at the same time, it also works in reverse, especially with business. If you don't have one of these properties doing well, word of mouth doesn't really get around. Somebody else comes in with better advertising, and the next thing you know, somebody else has, essentially taken over that spot in the particular neighborhood or town that you're looking to go to. Because I was only 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away, I was in a place that's about $14 a night. And I had no idea a place like this even existed. So, when you travel, it really is all about local knowledge. And until that local knowledge is replaced, I don't think Reddit's going to be able to do it. I just don't think you're going to have any sort of substitute for an educated local's opinion. And I know that's what Reddit is supposed to be, but you have to find those comments, and well, good luck with that, the ones that are honest and so on and so forth. And hopefully, I'm just going to walk over here. So hopefully I've given you a little bit of a tour of Sibayak International House or Hotel in Barastagi, Kara Regency, northern Sumatra, Indonesia.